So everyone, can you imagine if Batman and Joker follow the rules of Chris Maxim? Imagine that Batman asks to Joker, "Where is the Rahel?" And Joker says, "Rahel in 123 Main Street." And can you imagine the movie will be over in 5 minutes? So today I will talking about opting out Maxim in movie The Dark Knight. So, do you guys know about The Dark Knight? So, The Dark Knight is a superhero movie and released at 2008 and directed by Christopher Nolan. It is part of the Batman series and Christian Bale plays as Batman, and in this movie, Batman faces off against a new villain, and new villain is the Joker, played by Heath Ledger. So this is the research background why I do this research. The first one is, this research looks at how characters in the movie The Dark Knight do not follow all the conversation rules called maxims, but they are still taught and they are still communication. And the second, the student tries to find out why the character thought like this, why the character doesn't follow the rules of Grace Maxim. And the third is, the research will focus on important moments when characters choose not to follow these conversation rules. So, and this is the review of literature. The first one is Grace Maxim communication. There are 4 Grace Maxim opting out of communication. The first one is truthfulness. It means being honest in the communication. The second one is quantity, providing the right amount of information. And the third one, relevance. It means giving relevant information while we are talking or communication. And the fourth is manner, delivering information clearly. The second review of literature is opting out maxim in media or in the movie The Dark Knight. The idea of opting out is often used in movie and media, where characters hide or change information to affect the story or other characters. So, in movie, the character use opting out maxim to change information, and this is affect in the plot of the story or plot in the movie. So this is the significance of study why I do this research. The first one is help us understand the character communication. We are know about the character communication, how they are communication or talking to each other. And the second is help us know the character motives and how this affects to the story. We know about why the character use opting out maxim. And the third is help us see how communication theories can be used to understand the character and the story. So opting out maxim, we use to know the character understanding and the character background or background of story or movie. So I do this research use 3 methods. The first one is film analysis. Examine Kai skin in The Dark Knight to identify how characters opting out of Chris Maxim, truthfulness, quantity, relevance, and manner in their communication. So I do this film analysis to know how the character in the film, especially in The Dark Knight movie, use the opting out of Grace Maxim. And the second method is qualitative approach. Use a qualitative lens to interpret character motives behind opting out and how these choices affect their relationship and the storyline. The third method is Grace Maxim's framework. So I use Grace Maxim to understand how characters opting out of communication rules, why the character use opting out to their communication. And my question is, there are two questions. The first one is, how do the characters in The Dark Knight opting out of Grace maxim of communication to protect personal interests or manipulate situation? The second one, what are the narrative and emotional impacts of opting out in communication or the characters' relationships in the movie The Dark Knight? So this is the result I found for result and for opting out maxim. The first one is hiding the truth. Batman hides his identity and Harvey Dent's actions to protect people and give them hope. So the opting out is Batman hides his identity. And why Batman hides his identity? Because Batman wants to protect people and give them hope. The second one is giving incomplete information. The Joker gives unclear answer during questioning to stay in control and cause confusion. The opting out maxim is the Joker gives unclear answer during questioning, during interviewing. Why the Joker do that? Because Joker want to the condition stay in his control and he is want to make people confusion. And the third is avoiding certain topics. Batman and Alfred avoid talking about things directly to protect feelings, especially when it comes to Harvey and Bruce. Bruce is a Batman. So the opting out is Batman and Alfred avoid talking about things directly. And why they are do that? Because they are want to protect the feelings, especially the feelings of Harvey. So the fourth is using confusing language. The Joker and Alfred use unclear or tricky words to get what they want, like causing chaos or protecting Bruce. The opting out is the Joker and Alfred use unclear words. And why they are do that? Because they want to make a chaosing in and protecting Bruce Wayne or Batman. So because in the movie The Dark Knight there is the opting out maxim. So the opting out maxim have an effect on relationship. These choices cause tension and misunderstandings, changing how characters interact with each other. If the character doesn't follow the rules of communication, it can make each character misunderstanding. And opting out maxim is also impact on the story. Miscommunication choices affect the plot and influence important events and decisions. So opting out maxim it also affect in the plot of the story of the movie. So this is the conclusion. The first one is strategic communication. Characters in The Dark Knight often opting out of Grace maxims to protect personal interests, manipulate situation, or avoid emotional harm. Second, emotional and narrative impact. These choices influence relationship, create tension, and drive key events in the film, showing the power of indirect communication. And the last is opting out as a tool. The study reveals that opting out is not just about withholding information, but is a strategic tool that shapes the story and character interaction. And that's all. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.